an interpretive moving of the microphone too. There you go. Woo.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And at this time, we're going to introduce the real talent. We're going to have Indian cultural performances organized by former Fremont Human Relations Commissioner, Vijaya Osuri.
Thank you so much, honorable guests. It's in fact very proud to be part of this, and thank you, Mr. Joshi, for making the Indian performance as part of this great cause and a great program. Of course, as you know, a very culturally rich country is India, and we particularly put together a beautiful blend of unique dances, all the way from classical to folk to the Bollywood, the popular Bollywood dancing. So it's quite customary for us to start the program with a traditional piece, and today we have the traditional piece, the Kathak piece, performed by Ms. Jaya Sharma from Dance Grishma. Please welcome Ms. Jaya Sharma. So you have seen Kathak is all about beautiful footwork and splendid twirls, and Jayaji did an amazing job. As part of the journey now from classical Kathak to we move on to the popular Bollywood number, Udi. It's a contemporary style Bollywood dance performance by Tabisi Sharma, Abhika Mishra and Tanvi Joshi. Enjoy. I almost felt giddy. That was beautiful, very beautifully done by all three of you. Thank you. And as you know, India is very rich in its classical and folk dances, which is in fact a very popular form of dance in India. And up next we are bringing you a beautiful Garba dance, and I'm sure most of you at one point of time, your friends might have taken to one of those Ras Garba events that happened during October, November time frame. If not, please make sure this year we go and enjoy one of the Garba performances. And up next we have Garba, and this is Nagada, a song from popular hit film Ram Leela. Enjoy this dance. dance, high energy dance performance. And the lovely dancers are, of course, Ms. Ajay Sharma from Dance Karishma, Raji Mahalingam, Pooja Pandey, Pallavi, Savitri, Parithi, Rashmi Rani, Rashmi Bharve, and Ruchika Bair. Thank you, Jayaji. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed all those performances. In fact, Fremont Human Relations Commission, we did quite a few Unity Days back in our times. We did, I think, already 6 to 7 Unity Day cultural performance, cultural programs during the Make a Difference Day. I think if we have anybody from Fremont here, I think we should consider going back and having those Unity Day celebrations again, and I'm sure the same thing holds good for the rest of the cities too. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Trustee, and may I invite Mr. Mohd.Rajabally to come back on stage?
Thank you. Another round of applause for our wonderful cultural performances. One of the things I do is, as an attorney, is represent clients that trip and fall. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of time here to make sure we don't have a tripping hazard. We have very, very honorable people that are going to come up here. We don't want them falling over, do we?
So now I have to do the interpretive dance of cleaning up the
Yeah, I
flowers.
think we have to both do the interpretive dance.
Do we have an interpretive broom? I think we let them take their chances.
Are there any politicians here who believe in sweeping reforms?
Nah, just leave it.
Leave it up there. We are warning you. This is very conspicuous. There are pedals here.
You'll sign a disclaimer as you come up to get your award.
That's right.
We've reached the portion of our evening where we'd like to recognize our honored guests. If we call your name and you're here, please come up to the stage. And if you're not present, please feel free to stay seated. Dave?
Yes, I'm here. But I'm not one of the honored guests. So we started out, we earlier had Congressman Honda, and unfortunately Congressman Swalwell was not able to attend.
Although he did get engaged.
That's right.
Can we have Honorable California State Treasurer John Chiang?
Yes.
Honorable California State Controller Vinni. Come on up.
And could we have the Honorable State Assembly Member Kansen Shu?
Honorable Alameda County Supervisor Mr. Scott Hagerty. Honorable Alameda County Supervisor Mr. Nate Miley.
And the Mayor of City, we lost our Newark contingent. We had Mayor Al Nagy here and Councilmember Mike Hannon were here earlier. Let's give them a round of applause even though they left. We still have some Newarkans here. And the Honorable Mayor of Fremont, Bill Harrison. You want me to keep going? Okay.
Much better voice.
I have a much lower, deeper voice.
Deeper.
Yes. We had earlier the Honorable Mayor of San Jose, wasn't he terrific? Sam Licardo. Let's give him a round of applause. And from the city of Cupertino, Councilmember Gilbert Wong. From the city of San Jose, Councilmember Kalra. A little known fact, anybody here who knows Laura York, who used to be on the school board in Fremont? Ash and Laura York went to high school together in San Jose. We just found that out this evening. From the city of Fremont, my hometown, the Honorable Vice Mayor Lili May. From the city of Fremont, our soon-to-be honoree, but she is very much always an honoree, Councilmember Sue Chan. From the city of Fremont, the Councilmember Vinni Bacon. And from the city of Fremont, Councilmember Rick Jones. From the Washington Hospital Healthcare District Board of Trustees, is she here? I think she was. She made her presence felt earlier. Honorable Patricia Danieloson and Dr. Bernard Stewart. And Dr. Jacob Eapen, all three from the Washington Hospital Township Healthcare District. Come on up, Patricia. And from the Ohlone College Board, the Honorable Vivien Larson, a wonderful lady from Chile who is both Latina and Italian. It's a great combination, Vivien. And we have our grant sponsor, Deepak Ganju, and from Gopio again, Ash Bhatt. And if there are any other elected officials here that we did not invite up here, this is your chance. It doesn't, if you want to be an elected official, you can come up too. Everybody comes up.
So if you feel particularly honorable, come on up here. And help me win the bet. I bet Dave that we'd end up with more people on the stage than at the tables.
That's right. And we have from Ohlone College Board, the Honorable Teresa Cox.
And to round it all out, a guy you may know, Mr. Jeevan Zucchi. Yeah, you're tall, stand in the back.
We have one more here. She's actually running for Alameda County Superior Court Judge. So I want to be able to be in her courtroom very soon and make sure she doesn't recuse herself. Would you introduce yourself, please?
Margaret Fujioka.
From the city of Fremont.
And can we get Dr. Sarab Handal up here, please? Need my eyes.
Let's give another round of applause for wonderful elected officials and public servants. Thank you all for coming this evening. And now we're leading up to the highlight of the evening. And again, we have an interpretive move by Dr. Best, not over our honoree.
So we come now to the awards portion of our evening. And our first award winner is well known to all of us. This year's winner of the Advocate of the Year Award is none other than Sue Chiang, Councilwoman. Say a few words about Councilwoman Sue Chiang. She's called Fremont her home for 25 years. She's originally actually a transplant from Illinois. She earned her Bachelor of Science in Microbiology, near and dear to my heart in medicine, and then got a Master's in Immunology. She has been a teacher at Ohlone College, Chabot College, San Jose State University. She now is the practice manager for her husband Steve's pediatric dentistry practice, and they're proud parents of two sons. One of those is here today, Scott and Tracy. I've known Sue Chiang for a long time. I've considered her a mentor, a friend, the older sister I've never had. My first meeting with Sue was through Kathy Watt, who introduced me to Sue when she was running for Fremont City Council. And I said, my God, amazing. I'll do anything to help. And Kathy said, do what you do best, talk. Sue, 6 months later, said, okay, you can stop talking. Sue Chiang, please come up here.
Hello, everyone. It's been a great evening, and now you're here today, and I just want to say it's an incredible honor to be given this amazing award. My heart is overfilled with appreciation for this very kind recognition by the esteemed Indo-American Community Federation, led by the incomparable Jiban Zuchi. You know, he is a great leader in the community, but his most recent role is that of grandfather. And he takes that with such pride and joy to have his little Shyla just celebrate her first birthday here. You know, we are truly blessed in this diverse area with so many cultures, religious and ethnic. We thrive in relative peace and harmony. We coexist, we flourish. And we celebrate each other as community, our special place in the global world. Whether you're American-born or fresh off the boat, regardless of our origin, heritage is the foundation of our story. And each story, while unique, has common bonds. And as Mayor Licardo said earlier, he wanted to hear your stories. And I would like to share a bit of my story with you tonight. The journey of our forefathers and mothers was not easy. The Gold Mountain was this mythical land across the sea where the streets were lined with gold. And all you had to do was just stoop down and pick it up, and you would become instantly rich. Well, the harsh reality was that it was quite different. But as people, we persevered and endured, ultimately to succeed in ways that earlier generations never imagined possible. Many decades later, this immigrant daughter was born in a Chinese laundry and raised in a Chinese restaurant in Illinois at a time when there was no diversity. Those were very different times. Imagine being only one of 4 Chinese families in the city of Peoria, the heart of Illinois, the Corn Belt. Hey, we ate rice, not corn. Being a first-generation immigrant was challenging. Fellow Asians were far and few between. At school, there wasn't anyone that looked like anyone in my family. Being different made me feel shy and insecure of who I was because there was no one to identify with. As a small child, I was teased and made fun of. I was told that we ate rats, and I was mocked with taunts of Ching Chong Chinaman. The ridicule was profound, and I often ran home crying. Those memories and those words, they still sting, and they're forever embedded in my memory bank. I vowed then never to treat another human being like that. Running a family restaurant demanded long hours and was a lot of hard work. It left no time for after-school activities or sports or music lessons or school dances. While financially poor, ours was a very traditional Chinese family, rich in customs and celebrations and symbols, handed down from generation to generation, from overseas to here in America and throughout the world. No matter where we are, our heritage continues and thrives. We celebrate red egg ginger parties and wedding tea ceremonies. We honor our ancestors during Qingming. And we celebrate the Lunar New Year with good luck oranges and packets of lucky money for the kids. There's traditional foods, each symbolic of a special meaning to ensure happiness and prosperity, health and wealth in the new year. Yes, these are traditions that are the legacy of our culture. This is the story that all cultures coming to America share. The trials and tribulations of those who came before us, and whose sacrifice made possible the lives that we lead today. The shoulders of earlier generations can never be forgotten and must always be honored. And when we share our stories with one another, that's the common thread that connects me to you, you to her, her to him, to us. We must continue to understand that it binds us in unity. For this community, we embrace our shared values, respect our differences, and in doing so, We honor our past, celebrate today, and look to the future. So we continue to make these steps. We need to take those steps and the power to find who we are and what we want to be. To go beyond past stereotypes or how we are portrayed on TV. To reach out and break boundaries. To not just dream, but to make those dreams a reality. To advocate, to dispel misconceptions. To speak truth and not be defined by ignorance that, unless challenged, becomes truth to the uninformed. To be inspired, to succeed, to be kind and respectful of one another. And as such, a small, shy, insecure daughter of Chinese immigrants from Peoria, Illinois, became a scientist, an educator, a business person, and the elected official of the fourth largest city in the Bay Area. So thank you for this wonderful honor. I accept this on behalf of all of us and dedicated to my amazing community of friends, families, and colleagues. Let's continue to advocate for one another in peace, harmony, and unity. Thank you.
Make me small, but you ain't shy no more.
I had the honor of working with Sue when I was first on the Planning Commission in 2007, filling out then Commissioner Harrison and then Council Member Harrison's term. So she abandoned me and got elected to the City Council. She's a wonderful public servant for the City of Fremont. I've been honored to work on her campaigns and work on her election. She's been a tireless advocate really for health issues and fighting secondhand smoking in the City of Fremont, and was responsible for one of the toughest ordinances in the Bay Area in that regard. So let's give another round of applause to I want to thank Betty Yee and John Chiang and Assemblymember Kansen Chu for also giving some honorary proclamations that we were able to give to her. And the mayor of Ohlone and from Alameda County Board of Supervisors, my supervisor, Scott Hagerty. Thank you. And who else? And from her colleagues from the City of Fremont. Very good. Thank you from the mayor and from the City Council. No, she definitely needs to be acknowledged. Our second honoree, unfortunately, came down quite ill today. She very much wanted to be here. This is a Community Service Award honoree, and her name is Anna Abadaga. Anna was a longtime council member on the City of Newark and was the vice mayor. And I knew her probably 20 years ago when she started working for an assembly member and then State Senator Liz Figueroa. Many of you may remember Senator Figueroa for really, with her intern program, bringing a number of Indo-American and young Asian American interns into the political process. She was one of the first elected officials in our area to recognize the wonderful and growing diversity of our community, and Anna was right there with her all the way. She now works as a public affairs liaison for Kaiser Permanente. Accepting her award on her behalf this evening is Ohlone College Board Trustee Vivien Larson. Who also hails from Newark. There's a connection there.
Thank you. I'm sure I cannot speak for Anna, but I know that she deserves this award tremendously. I know Anna since she was about 7 years old, so it's quite a while when she was a partner to my son when they square danced. at their elementary school. So I have seen her grow, I have seen her become an extraordinary community service person, and I know that she will continue to do so. Thank you.
Here's my picture. Paparazzi. She distinctly said no paparazzi. So before we go on and acknowledge our next award recipient, I want to acknowledge some of my personal friends in the audience. Joe Jahal, Fong La, Raj Salwan, and Ken Maxey. And I'll tell you, Ken Maxey actually is so late. He was late to an Indo-American Community Federation dinner, right? And so he missed my speech, so I'm going to give it again. No. Sorry, Ken. So our third award today is the Community Partnership Organization of the Year. And this year's award recipient is none other than the Fremont Police Department. And to accept that award today, is a man I have the honor of calling a friend, and that's Chief Richard Lucero. If you could come up here, please, Chief. Now, Chief Lucero has been a police officer since 1987. I feel safer already. And just to give you perspective, I was 15 when he became an officer. His assignments have included working on patrol, SWAT team, narcotics, internal affairs, street crimes, Special Operations Division Commander, and most recently the Department's Patrol Division Commander. He lives in Alameda County, spends pretty much all his free time outside of that with his family. He's a graduate of San Jose State University and actually has a law degree from one of the most prestigious law schools in the country, Santa Clara University. I'll tell you an interesting personal story about Chief Lucero. He's gone from graduating to actually giving commencement addresses. He and I were up here before this dinner started checking the lighting. Because as you get on in age, what you find is that it's getting harder and harder to read these things. So when we were up here, and I told him that the real secret is to get your font up past 20. And so he said, look, last time I gave the commencement address, the lights were great, and then when I finally went up to speak, they did the mood lighting. I couldn't see my speech. So either we're going to turn up the lights, or I have this nifty app on my phone. Chief Lucero, it's an honor. Our relationship with our police department is amongst the best that I've ever seen between any community and its police force. It is what other towns, cities, states, and even on the federal level, aspire to be. I am honored to call many Fremont Police Department my personal friends. Rick Jones, Tom Santa, personal friends of mine. You do a great job, and this recognition is the least you can do. Thank you.
You're going to have to show me where you got that app. And the 15-year thing hurts, by the way.
Help me.
So I'm Richard Lucero, I'm the police chief of the Fremont Police Department. I'm joined here tonight at the two front tables by Captain Peterson, Captain Poppich, Lieutenant Snelson, President of our Police Association, Sergeant Decker, Detective Sergeant Escala, and our Public Information Officer, Janine Vasquez. On behalf of our department, I am very glad to be able to accept this award. From the perspective of both our agency and our community, we are very fortunate to have an organization that is comprised of such dedicated law enforcement professionals so committed to the service of their community. And I will just tell you that I'm grateful to you tonight for recognizing their service. They understand the role of policing and how it correlates to assuring a unified community. And the foundation of that recognition comes from respecting the idea that we police our communities only with their permission, and that consent and that trust is at the essence of every form of everything we do that has any level of effectiveness. You know, as police officers, we see how our work benefits the victims of any specific situation. But at the same time, you know, that work assures the essence of a diverse community. You know, for example, we think about crimes like residential burglary or street robbery. You know, we very much understand the impact of the individual. But equally damaging, you know, crimes of that type, the fear and the uncertainty that flows in the aftermath can have the very regrettable consequence of preventing people from exercising the faith-based and cultural ideals that are so much at the essence of a diverse community. You know, we come full circle, though, when the trust that is at the essence of our relationship with the people we serve allows us to come together in a unified way to respond to serious problems. Problems such as significant crime impacting an individual neighborhood and disrupting the right to quiet enjoyment that all of us enjoy. But in turn, you know, when we successfully do that, when we successfully come together and do address that problem, you know, our capacity as a community grows from that. And, you know, from there we are much more capable and much more competent to address whatever it may be that will arise in the future. You know, and it's that same dynamic that also allows us to create a context in which people can build vibrant businesses, you know, where they can innovate and be part of a successful community. But what runs through all of this is fairly and equitably applying the authority vested in us by the people that we serve. And, you know, for all these reasons, as part of this community, we are very grateful to be able to accept this award. Thank you.
With the Chief's blessing and permission, can I have his team come up here, please? This is clearly a team effort, and we want to recognize all of them.
Connie, are you here? Please come. And Sujoy, please. Is Eduardo here or has he left? Eduardo? So much light here. I would like to call upon Honorable County Supervisor Scott Hagerty, if you could please join us. And Mr. Ramesh Murarka, the publisher of India West, if you could be kind to join us too. India West is the best newspaper. We have the distinct honor and pleasure of announcing the Unity Award, 2016 Unity Award for CineQuest. As most of you know, it was voted #1 last year, and they have been, in fact, CineQuest has been there for 25 years. I'm sure Connie is going to give a wonderful introduction, better than me. Connie. Connie is an actress. Connie is a TV anchor, and Connie is a dear friend. Connie.
Hi, thank you. CineQuest has been a film festival in San Jose that has been running for 26 years. It celebrates independent filmmaking across the world, connects innovators, and I have been participating as a volunteer for them for the last 7 years. And it's just a wonderful event, and I was very excited to hear that the Last Mile Jeevan's film got into the festival, and it was very celebrated and got great reviews. So that's CineQuest. And if we can get Michael, the programmer of CineQuest, to come up. Michael? Who's it? He can probably play first.
Hi, I'm Mike Grable, the programming director for CineQuest. When I was asked if we'd be honored to receive this award, I didn't realize it was going to be like me standing up here in front of a lot of people. And I think it was not until yesterday where I asked Jeevan if I had to speak, and he said yes. So I didn't really have much to plan to speak until yesterday. And when I got here, I calmed myself down a little bit when I got here. My coworker and technical director, Matt, said he hasn't seen me on stage since 2004. So I went straight to the bar and got some drinks after that. Because I knew I needed to calm myself a little bit more. What I had planned to say tonight, I'm actually kind of threw out the window because after hearing everybody's speeches tonight, I realized that, we put on a film festival, we honor storytellers. This year we had 48 different countries represented in the festival. Some of the staff was here at table 15, and they helped put a lot of this together. And so they are as much recipients of the award as I am. I'm not really a recipient, CineQuest is, but all of us did this work together to celebrate these storytellers from around the world. We had 129 world and US premieres. 50% of those were for women. And so it's something that we've done for a long time to celebrate diversity and the unity of that. In fact, this year our theme was Unite. We didn't make that to get invited to this. We planned that a couple years ago. But one thing I realized listening to people tonight, though, is that everybody here is a storyteller. It's not just the people we honor at the festival. It's actually everybody at these tables, the officers, the congressmen, the politicians, the teachers. Everybody here is a storyteller. The lawyer might be a storyteller. He doesn't sweep this up fast. But anyway, so I'm humbled by this because we're amongst a lot of different people who do a lot for the community. And I do think that there is something to be said for everybody here that, this award is for everybody. It's not just for one group. It's not just for, one person. It's just for everybody who puts work into telling stories and sharing those with the generations that come after you, all your kids and everything. And I'm really humbled and honored. Thank you very much.
side.
Can I say a few words? Folks, I wasn't quite sure why I'm up here. He just told me I'm supposed to be present to present an award. But I do want to take a minute just to recognize a very important individual in the room present with us here this evening. He drove up all the way from Los Angeles when I told him that my good friend Jivan, who's from Kashmir, is doing this unity dinner. And he said, can I join you? I said, well, definitely you can. So I had, this is too bright. So Jivan called him and invited him. He got in the car early this morning and he drove up all the way here. He's also from Kashmir. He's mighty confused because if you ask him, he says, sometimes he says, I'm a Pakistani. Sometimes he says, I'm Bangladeshi. Sometimes he says, I'm from Sri Lanka. And now he says, I'm all-American. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend Jamal drove up all the way from Los Angeles to be with us here this evening. Jamal, thank you very much for joining us here. That's what unity in diversity is all about.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Naresh Sharma to introduce the Indo-American Community Federation volunteers. Mr. Naresh is out of country. We can wait. San Airport's not too far away. How about Jerry? Jerry. It's Jerry here. Young and blue here. There we go, Jerry.
First of all, I would like to invite volunteers to give them honors. As you know, without volunteers, it's not possible to put this event. So, Jivan is the volunteer, myself is the volunteer.
They only volunteer till 10 p.m.
That is Nick Louis here. Hey, here they are. Come on, guys. Come on.
Give them a big round of applause.
My name is Nick Louis. I am a junior at Newark High School. It's an honor to be standing here today before the IACF
Hello everyone, my name is Josh Racine. I am also a junior at Newark High School. And I just want to say it's very rare for 5 high schoolers who have no clue what we're going to do with the rest of our lives to be able to come to an event like this with local business leaders and politicians. So thank you very much for having us.
Hi, I'm also from Newark High School. My name is Shane and I'm a senior. And I just want to thank all of you for this great opportunity to hear like all these people who have actually been part of the business and part of these like great state, local governments, to hear these congressmen and all these leaders, and hopefully we can be as good as you guys to lead our society into a better future.
I also go to Newark High School. I'm a senior at Newark High School, and I came back again because I had a great time last time. So it was a great honor meeting everyone here with so many great people, and it was a great learning experience. And thank you for letting us come here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Judy Thomas. I go to Newark also. I'm a sophomore, and I just want to thank you all for this great opportunity. It's nice seeing all of you, and I hope I can see you guys later in the future. Thank you.
So thank you very much once again. And I would like to say, Jivan means, maybe you don't know the Jivan. Jivan is a Hindi word. It means a life. I would like to say something about Jivan. We have all spoken a lot about that. But Jivan is a life, and he has spent his last 15 years to put together this unity in diversity. So give him a round of applause too, please. And second thing is a very good day today is a Good Friday. So happy Good Friday as well as happy Unity Dinner. We welcome all the distinguished leaders and friends of the community. We all need unity, we all need you. So we expect next year to see you all to celebrate 16th Unity in Diversity event at this hall again. And now Jeevan wants to say something. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jerry Ahuja. It's really a pleasure working with all the IACF directors. 3 of them are traveling. And we have Dr. Harmesh Kumar, he's here, and Jerry is here. 3 others, they are all traveling. Our dear Harmesh Kumar, he is actually running for assembly. That's a great pleasure. You know, it's really a pleasure that someone is taking this, making this effort to run for an office. But we are very grateful to each one of you here, and thank you very much for being here. Hope to see you soon again. Thank you.